Some people are asking, Nurse J, what are the differences between IELTS and OET? Others are asking, after taking the IELTS, will I still take the OET? Some have even gone to seek my advice on the one I would recommend them to take. Well, calm down. I bring you good news. In this video today, I will not only be telling you the differences between IELTS and OET, I will also be telling you their similarities, as well as my advice on the one I feel you should take. Kindly watch this video till the end. To those meeting me for the first time, I am Juliet Momo, but you can call me Nurse J. That is what I am popularly called. In this channel, I talk about migration, health, top tips and strategies that will help you ace your OET, CBT, and OSCE examinations in your first attempt, sometimes lifestyle. And to my returning subscribers, as always, I love you all. Please, if you have not subscribed, kindly do so now. Give this video a like, share with your friends, and comment. Okay, let's go in. Many a times people say that IELTS is more complex than the OET, while others are having different opinion regarding that. Well, we will see to that in this video. Okay, I will try and tell you everything you need to know about IELTS and OET. Okay, but first, let's take a look at what these words stands for. Okay, for IELTS, it means International English Language Testing System. International English Language Testing System. While OET is Occupational English Test. Occupational English Test. I want you to underline that word occupation, because you will be needing it as we progress in this video for proper understanding. Okay, number 2, IELTS is a test or assessment of your academic English language skills. Yes, it is a test of your academic English language, while OET is a test or assessment of your medical English language. Medical English language, not your medical knowledge. Please take notes. Now, let's talk about who can take these examinations. For IELTS, anybody, regardless of your profession, you can use IELTS as a proof of your English proficiency. While OET, on the other hand, is strictly for healthcare professionals. OET is meant for health practitioners. So if you are not in the health line, you do not have business with the OET. Can you remember where I said you should underline that word occupation? I hope it is clearer now. Okay, let's go further. Now let's talk about task. For IELTS, the topics can be on environment, school, transportation, health, etc. While OET is purely healthcare related topics. Purely healthcare related topics. This means that the professionals taking the OET may be familiar with some or most of the words. Now let's talk about speaking. For IELTS speaking, it is like, or is almost like an interview. Your examiner lists the question. What do I mean by this? I'm trying to say that your examiner will be asking you questions and you'll be giving him answers. Okay, this part is divided into 3 parts. There is a part where you talk about yourself, there's a part where you talk about a specific topic, and there's a part where you talk about a follow-up topic, something like that. Okay, you will be asked all these questions and you are expected to respond to them. Okay, but for OET, it is the other way around. The candidates list the question. Okay, it is like a healthcare work setting, just like as if you are in a hospital or a clinic and you are talking to a patient. something like that. So OET speaking is a role play. Basically, you are the one asking your interlocutor some questions, or you are basically discussing with the interlocutor. Interlocutor is the person standing as your patient, or the person pretending to be your patient. Okay, you are basically discussing with the patient. Okay, and you have two cards or two role play to conduct in this session. So each role play will last 5 minutes. Basically, you have 10 minutes to complete 2 role play, and you are expected to complete 2 role play in your OET speaking. Okay, I hope you are following. Now let's briefly talk about the writing task. For IELTS, you have 2 tasks to write on. Okay, task A and task B. For task A, you are basically interpreting a diagram. Okay, why task B, you are to write an essay on a given topic. Okay, so you have 2 tasks for IELTS, whereas OET writing is just in one form. Okay, you are given a case note of a simulated patient, and you need to write a professional letter, and this letter is mostly a referral letter or a discharge letter. Okay, I hope you are following. All right, the beautiful thing about OET writing and speaking task is that they are both profession specific. They are discipline specific. This means that your writing task, your speaking task will be different from the rest profession. If you are a nurse, you will be given nurses task. If you are a doctor, you will be given doctor's task. If you are a physiotherapist, you will be given physiotherapist task. Okay, you'll be given physiotherapist writing and speaking task, just like that. Unlike the IELTS, it is only the speaking that varies. Okay, now let's talk about the time allocated for each sub-test. The time allocated for each sub-test. For listening, for IELTS listening, it is about 45 minutes. Reading is 60 minutes. Writing is 60 minutes. Speaking is about 15 minutes. While OET, listening is about 45 minutes. Okay, reading is 60 minutes, writing is 45 minutes, and speaking is 10 minutes. For IELTS, the speaking can be taken on another day, on a different day, or on a separate day, different from the rest. I mean, different from the reading, listening, and writing day. Okay, but for OET, you take all subtests in one day. IELTS are rated in bands. Okay, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are rated in bands. Okay, while OET are graded on a scale of A, B, C, C+, D, and E. A, B, C, C+, D, and E, or on a scale of 0 to 500. Okay, or on a scale of 0 to 500. IELTS can be part of requirements for both school entry and work. You can use IELTS to secure an admission into English-speaking countries university. You can also use it for work purpose. Okay, you can also use it for work purpose. But OET is purely, or is mostly, for health or medical work purpose. Okay, stay on the differences. Let's talk about the cost of the examinations. For IELTS is relatively cheaper than OET. IELTS is relatively cheaper than OET. Okay, in fact, way cheaper than OET. All right, that is what I can say for now. All right, now let's take a look at their similarities. Okay, both tests are alternative to each other. This means that you can either take the OET or IELTS as a proof of your English proficiency. Remember, you only have this option when you are in the health line. Otherwise, every other person is IELTS. Okay? Number 2, both tests are made up of 4 sub-tests. Okay? That is reading, listening, writing, and speaking. The last but not the least, both tests expires after a period of 2 years. They expires after a period of 2 years. Before I give you my advice, many people are of the opinion that IELTS is more difficult than OET. A few others disagree. Well, let's leave that for the debaters. I will give you 3 scenarios. First, I have seen somebody who was preparing for IELTS. She was ready to take her IELTS, but later had 1 or 2 issues with the sub-test. Then she decided to try out the OET because according to her, the OET is simpler, because many people have told her that the OET is more simple. So, few weeks into her preparations with the OET, she abandoned the OET for the IELTS again. Then I begin to wonder, and then I asked her why. She said she discovered that, well, the OET may be simpler, but to some extent, she wasn't completing her task. She was unable to complete her task within the allocated time. Take, for instance, her reading part A, that she has literally done everything, but still can't meet up with time for reading part A. So she decided to come back to the IELTS. Another person attempted the IELTS twice, now decided to give OET a try. After practicing for some time intensively, she went back to where she was coming from again, and she said that according to her, she went back because the IELTS listening is simpler than OET listening. I was like, really? Okay. The third person has attempted IELTS twice, then decided to try out OET. On her first try, she passed. You see guys, it depends on your perspective. It depends on how you perceive things to be difficult, okay? If you feel because you have an option, okay, you want to give OET a trial, fine. If you feel because you have an option, you want to take the IELTS, fine. But my advice is get OET materials, get IELTS materials. Practice with both. Weigh your strengths, okay? You should know the one you are better at after doing that. After practicing with both materials, you should know the one you are better at, and then prepare intensively for that particular one. All right? I wish you the very best in your examinations. If you find this information useful, please do not forget to subscribe, turn on your notification bell, like this video, leave your comments below, and please share, okay? Share with your friends who may be in need of this information, okay? I will see you in my next video. Until then, keep staying blessed. I love you all. Mwah.